Tim Prister with Tim O'Malley following Brian Kelly's press conference previewing the Notre Dame-Wake Forest game this weekend. Wake Forest, a very banged-up football team. Brian Kelly addressed a couple of those. He left out Jesse Bates, their safety. This is a really banged-up team. But to me, Tim, the interesting angle, we talked about Mike Elko. Wake Forest continues to play good defense without him, but he knows that personnel very well. And the other guy that I forgot is Bill Reese, who was on that staff playing a similar role that he's playing at Notre Dame at Wake Forest last year.
I enjoyed Kelly's kind of response to what's going on, that Elko gave a very emotional evaluation. Remember, Elko recruited all these kids that are playing, and not as many that are on his own team right now, and that Bill Reese was able to give the standard scouting report, and Brian Kelly, I think, is going to meld those, and he might lean a little bit more towards Reese's because, I think all things being equal, his best point was this is suddenly like two teams that play each other all the time. That's how well we're going to know each other going both ways. They know about Elko too, but they don't play each other all the time. But that's the type of scouting they have involved in this game.
Well, and Elko also knows the offensive personnel for Wake Forest too, so I think that's a huge advantage. Speaking of personnel, Alize Mack going through concussion protocol. They'll find out whether he can run around today. That's the next step. I would suspect that he's not going to be playing this weekend, but Brian Kelly said there wouldn't be a beat missed at tight end. Nick Wisher will play a bigger role. Cole Kmet, it sounds like, will play a bigger role, along with Durham Smythe as well. That group, really, we haven't seen the full ability of that group, really, because Cole Kmet and Nick Wisher haven't played a huge role, but I think that's still a unit as good as we suspected it was.
I think it would be a problem only if Smythe goes down because he's playing such good football now. There was something where you're looking at that film, he makes a block on special teams, he makes a block to spring Josh Adams, and he scores a touchdown. Those are things that Durham Smythe didn't have in his arsenal in previous years, probably because he wasn't healthy. And leading into our next topic, he wasn't getting stronger as the season progresses. And just to kind of clear up, where there was a question asked on the message board, was it they're getting stronger, hey, we're getting to become a better team, or are they getting physically stronger? Apparently they're getting physically stronger as the season progresses.
Yeah, this will be a story that I'll be addressing for Wednesday morning, but Brian Kelly talked about that it's not just maintaining anymore, it's getting physically stronger, and I think we're seeing that on the field, and the mental aspect of the game is being addressed as well. Check that out. And the last thing, the playoff committee, the NCAA playoff committee will be voting tonight. Brian Kelly will be part of the broadcast. It sounds like only because Nick Saban and Dabo Swinney and James Franklin turned it down. But there should be some good news coming out of there for Notre Dame tonight.
And I thought he handled that well. He was asked, of course, who would you vote for? That's the logical question. He said Georgia's number one, Notre Dame's number two, and I don't know about anybody else. And that's from our point of view, Georgia is the best team in the country because they beat Notre Dame, and we think that's one of the best teams in the country that has played a tough schedule. So the best part about Brian Kelly talking about the playoffs was when he said, we just want one more chance to dominate this weekend, and if we do that, we'd like 3 more chances after that. And that's really the mindset right now.
We'll see how it comes out tonight. I'm saying Georgia, Alabama, either Notre Dame, Clemson, or Clemson, Notre Dame.
I'm guessing they're fourth. That would be the way to.
Yeah.
I think they probably need the Miami win to pop up again.
Okay. That's it from the Goo following Brian Kelly's press conference previewing Wake Forest.